Woo, we're live.
Happy Wine Wednesday. Today we're talking Vineland Estate. We're talking Burgundy Showdown, Burgundy versus Canada Showdown. We're talking Leaning Post, and we are talking about some news of the week all over the Okanagan. Stay tuned. Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country, from Vancouver Island all the way to Nova Scotia, welcome, welcome. It's time to crack a bowl. Canadian wine, sit back, relax, and we are going to enjoy a lot of talk about Canadian wines. We're going to talk about the Silva Winery, Lightning Rock Winery, Vineland Estate in Ontario, also our Burgundy versus Canada Showdown happening next week, and our uber expected, super thrilling party that we're going to have at Leaning Post Winery next Friday night with Ilya Senchuk, Nadia Senchuk, and their team, with our members from Ontario and the surrounding areas. So happy Wine Wednesday, everyone. I have 4 glasses of wine here in front of me, 4 reds, 3 red, 3 whites, 1 red. There you go. Jesus, feels like I've been drinking all afternoon. Wait a minute. I've been tasting wine all afternoon. I just got back from the Silva Winery, tasting tank samples with Richard De Silva because he's getting ready for bottling. And he wanted my opinion on a few of his wines, so I had the pleasure to taste Cap Sauv, Cap Franc, Malbec, maybe a new Nobrezza, Tinto. So we had a blast, part of the afternoon tasting all of these new 2023 coming down the pipe. So really fun afternoon. So sorry for stumbling. 3 white, 1 red. That's what we have here. Why and how? I mean, it's very busy around here. Another beautiful day. A little smoky though today. Smoky. There's no fire around. I don't know from where. Like I had a couple phone calls with wineries down south today, and people are like, "Hey, where's that smoke's coming from?" So yeah, a little foggy around the Okanagan, but no fire anywhere. We've been really lucky, really blessed this year. No big forest fires. So we are looking for a very clean vintage and plentiful as well. The vines are full. Everything looks super healthy. So lots of great buzz here with winemakers, winery owners in the Okanagan. So welcome, everybody. I don't know if you're tuning in from Facebook, from Instagram, from LinkedIn, or from our YouTube channel. If you don't know, we have our YouTube channel. Head to YouTube and just click the little buzzer there, like the page, because we are looking to increase our YouTube viewers. So welcome everyone. Lisa, Jared Gunderson, hey, good evening. Good evening, guys in Calgary. Also, good evening to Tracy and Jim in Ontario. I'm just trying to hear, lost my comments, but who cares? I want to know if you're tuning in right now, from where you're tuning in Canada, and what is in your glass. Because in my glass, I have a bunch of different things. So I have a Sauvignon Blanc, I have a Chardonnay Muscat, I have a Chardonnay, and I have a red blend. So lots of goodies here in my glasses in front of me. It's warm in here. Oh my God, things that I have a bunch of white. So I'm pretty sure that hot day. Mira likes a big red, so she has one as well. And the last wine of the pour that I have in front of me. So I hope everyone is having a good week. I don't know if you had tasted this week over last weekend something exceptional. I want to know. Please put it in the comment box. I want to know which superstar wine you've tasted over the weekend or sometime this week. I've seen some great posts. I've seen some people tasting some Chardonnay on a regular basis. I've seen our friend Dylan in Kamloops who cracked the Leaning Post Wine of the Year sometime this weekend. I saw Daryl cracking up a few good shards as well. So some fun stuff been drank by our members all over the country. Mira and I had the Baijiu by Batchelder, the Baijiu Gamay, with dinner sometime this weekend. It was absolutely off the chart, the 2021 vintage. Wow, my God, that wine is shining right now. So we had that. What else did we had? Pretty spectacular this weekend. We had the Pinot Noir, the De Silva Pinot Noir 22, just to remind ourselves the amazing Pan-Canadian masterclass we had. So we had that at some point also this weekend. We tasted a few. Did we had some big reds? I think, yeah, we had a Foreign Affair red as well. So lots of good goodies get open. So I want to know if you tasted some cool stuff. Let us know in the comment of what you had over the weekend that really blew your mind. So yeah, in front of me right now, because next week we are going to feature Vineland Estate. We have I have 3 wines from Vineland Estate in front of me that I want to talk about because these wines are cool. These wines are either very well priced, like we know about Vineland, super well priced wine, or super high-end wine as well. So we know it with the Legacy, selling Magnum. We know it by the Reserve line. This wine blew my socks off. I'll tell you one thing. I cannot wait to tell more about it. But it's a 93-point wine here that I opened a couple nights ago. And I tell you, I cannot wait not only to talk about it, but also to put it in the offer next week. We have a Sauvignon Blanc, a Chardonnay Muscat as well that I want to talk about. So let's start with the Sauv Blanc here, a $20 wine from Vineland. Brian Schmidt did a fantastic job, 2023 vintage. The cool thing about that and what I really, really, really like, it's not your everyday Sauvignon Blanc. In Canada, we have a law, we have rules with our VQA system that if you want to put the grape varietal on the label, you need to have at least 85% of that grape varietal as the main component of your blend. It's fair enough. This is Sauvignon Blanc. This is from the Niagara Peninsula, means from all over Niagara. The kick with that, and I tasted it and I'm like, wait a minute. This wine is cool, but it's not only Sauvignon Blanc. I can taste something else. There's 15% Riesling in that Sauvignon Blanc, 85% SB, 15% Riesling. If you know Vineland Estate, if you know the quality of the Riesling by Brian Schmidt at Vineland, I mean, this blend seems unusual, but when you taste it, it makes a lot of sense. Oh my God, we had that. It was 37 degrees. On Saturday afternoon in the Okanagan. We were on the patio. We had a couple members stopping by. So I had that open. And oh my God, this is the perfect hot day on the patio. I mean, this is not the most uber complex wine. This is a patio crusher. But the extra 15% Riesling brought so much to the equation. I was really impressed. I really, really enjoy that little wine. So definitely, to me, 90 plus points, no doubt about that. It's crisp, it's fresh, there's roundness to it. You can feel, you can taste the hint of Riesling in there. And there's that typical Sauvignon Blanc, grapefruit, that little floral note. So yeah, it makes it to be a very, very fun wine. Bright acid, refreshing. I mean, at $20, I mean, come on, a no-brainer. Even if it's already August, this wine will shine throughout the fall. It's also really good with some of the charcuterie and the cheese that we had on the table. Really, really enjoyed it. So, Vine and Estate Sauvignon Blanc, which includes a beautiful 15% of Riesling in there. So, yeah, one of my little shout out of the weekend that I really, really enjoyed. That's for one. Two, the Chardonnay Muscat. I mean, if you know of the portfolio at Vineland, it's fun because you can have the single vineyard Chardonnay with the boutique vineyard, beautiful complex Chardonnay, 20-mile bench, really expressive in terms of Chardonnay. But there's also, they have the Chardonnay Muscat that they work on the property for years and years at Vineland Estate, a clone of Chardonnay that has much more floral component. This is all stainless steel, another summer wine. I'm not sure. Mira's currently working on an email right now, but I'm not sure about the price point. This should be just around the $20 mark. Still, I'm not exactly sure. If Mira can hear me, maybe she can post or she can jump in and just tell us the price of the Chardonnay Muscat. But crisp, floral, a beautiful blend of orchard fruit with a little bit of lime in the middle, bright acid. To me, you know, I'm a big fan of Bacchus from Black Market. Now, Blue Grouse that we featured last week also had a Bacchus. This, kind of funny enough, has a little bit of Bacchus into it in a certain sense. It might be the floral component of that Chardonnay, but I really enjoy that. I mean, at the price point, again, I'm not exactly sure of the price point exactly, but I'm just trying to get my comments here, but don't seems possible. But fun, easy drinking. That's something that we need to keep in mind. This is a $20 wine, probably. Easy drinking, approachable, and typical Vineland. And their entry-level wine, just crushers and just fun and good. So, yeah, I can sip on that for the rest of the show without even complaining, but I won't, because I have something much more complex and much with a lot of story behind it, because I've been working. I'm going to get back to Vineland in a few minutes because I have a big red here. You know what? Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now, and we'll move on to the event in a few minutes. But we'll go from the entry-level line, because there's also a Cab Merlot. There's also the elevation Cab Franc that's going to be in the feature, which are all 91 points. One is 92 points. We're going to have the Riesling, but at the end of the day, in the bonus pick, a $53 wine. This is their reserve line. This is the Reserve Cabernet, 51% Cab Franc, 49% Cab Sauv. So almost half and half split of Franc and Sauvignon. This cab, I really stopped me in my track. I mean, I was like, we had dinner on Saturday night. We had some meat on the table. I couldn't wait. This is a big boy. This is 2020 vintage. So if let's go back, we've been talking about that for 3 years now. The 2020 vintage big reds are absolutely amazing. I mean, this is rock star level. Absolutely rock star level. This wine is a baby, just starting to come around. The tannin, it's powerful, it's muscular, you can feel bold grape varietals. There's that cherry wood, black forest cake on the opening from the Cap Franc. There's the graphite, the black fruit past the mid palate from the Cap Sauv. There's the spice in the end, the Christmas spice, white pepper. The layers, the texture is fantastic. The tannins are there, and it's 14.5% alcohol. So, I mean, there's body to it. There's oomph to it. I mean, it's a big boy wine for meat, for lamb, beef, venison, whatever piece of meat you have. This one, and this will age forever. I mean, I can see that for another 10. It is already 5 years in. I can see that for another 10 years, no doubt. I like my wine with some tannin. I like the grip to it. This give it to me. There's some new oak to it. There's everything. The acid, surprisingly, but not surprisingly, this is Niagara wine. I mean, even 2020, there's a lifted acid into it. That's why I'm saying another 10 years, absolutely no brainer. I gave that wine a 93 points. I remember tasting the 2016 of the Reserve Cabernet. Not sure if the split was exactly the same, but here we're almost 50%. And that's why I really like it, because he's using a bunch, like almost half of Cap Sauv, and that Cap Sauv of the 2020 vintage brings so much to the equation. And I just feel it's a very complete wine. Even if it's big, even if it's bold, there is a sense of elegance to it. And which brings me, like, that's what the Cap Sauv, Niagara Cap Sauv bring to it. It's that no matter how big the vintage is, the Cap Sauv still elegant from Niagara. And that blend of ripe and rich Cap Franc blend with that elegance of Cap Sauv in that powerful vintage, absolutely deliver. 93 points, now open for 5 days and still singing. The nose is gorgeous, and I love the nose because that's that graphite, that typical Cap Sauv smell that comes across. Lots of black fruit as well. So, I mean, yeah, it's worth every single penny. We're over $50 a bottle. So I need something very opulent to impress me at that price point, especially from a producer we're used to have to see their value offer. But this is absolutely outstanding. Mm. Mm. It's rich. Yeah, there's richness, there's texture, there's layers, there's a bit of toastiness as well into it. I mean, these wines are made only in best vintages. And obviously, 2020 offer that and more. So, not sure how many how many cases of that were produced. They're never like a ton of it. It's only the best barrels were going into it. But yeah, 93 points. I am super excited to get that on feature, and hopefully Brian can join me next week to talk about it, because I'm curious to know more of his philosophy of winemaking when it's come to the Reserve line. Mm. Mm. Yeah, texture. Oh, awesome. So that's for three wines from Vinan Estate, which is going to be on feature next week. Coming up on Monday. Oops. Here. So keep an eye open. There's probably going to be 8, 9 wines probably and the features. And as usual, crazy, amazing price point, high score, great shipping rate, everything. So we're going to have all the details for you early next week. That's for Vinan. Now, I want to move on to next week event because we're flying out next Wednesday night. We're heading back to Niagara for the second time in 2.5 months for 2 more events. It's finally the time to have a Winery of the Year party at Leaning Post. So we're going to host our members and Leaning Post members as well on Friday night, the 22nd, starting at 6 o'clock, 6 to 9 at Leaning Post with Nadia Senchuk, Ilya Senchuk, winemaker, owner, super power couple in the Niagara wine industry, but just awesome people, plain and simple. Some of our very favorite people in the wine industry, generous in terms of knowledge, in terms of what they offer, in terms of sharing their brand, but successful in terms of what they are offering. So now, Memphis Barbecue will be bringing some food to the members. We're going to pair some of the Southern style barbecue food, and the kind of concept of the night at Leaning Post will be tasting wines from different vessels. We're going to taste wine from stainless steel, from oak, from concrete. So just to demystify what each and every vessel can bring to the mouthfeel, to the final delivery, and also which kind of varietals do best with each and every vessel. I mean, I'm an oak person. I really like oak barrel. I like new oak. I don't have problem with new oak, but there's also different approach for different type of grape varietals who provide different deliveries. So Ilya will be talking about different vessels on Friday night. But the kicker of that is we also are going to taste some older vintage that is sitting around at Leaning Post, in Leaning Post cellar. There's not a lot of these wines left, like maybe a couple cases here and there of a few stuff, but I'm hearing that some old Laurie Pinot Noir might be cracked up. I mean, Laurie, which is a vineyard on St. David's Bench near the border. And Niagara on the Lake is a very iconic vineyard. Some of the older vintage might be cracked open. I'm hearing that maybe the first Senchuk Pinot Noir might be open, and I think for sure some older vintage of rosés as well. So we have that buzz right now that like people are start talking about older rosés a little bit more. What's the aging potential of these rosés and this and that? Remember 3 years ago, we did a vertical of 13 years of Daniel Bonter and 7 Direction single vineyard Pinot Noir rosé all the way back to 2000 and I think it's 2008, no, maybe 2012 that we've tasted. And we realized that, yes, rosé well built, rosé made with purpose, wine made purposefully for rosé can age very well. And I'm hearing from the Lincoln Lakeshore appellation that there might be some older vintage of rosés kicking around, and we're going to taste that. So another great experience. Is going to be really fun to assess where some of these rosés are in their life on their life curve. which kind of grape varietals are in these rosés, which element each and every grape varietals brings to the final blend. So it's going to be very interesting to know all of that, to discuss that among us. And with the owner winemaker, Elia, and his wife, Nadia. So that's, I'm very excited about. That's word coming out of Leading Post over the weekend. Mira, good evening. How's it going?
Carl Boucher, pretty good. How are you, Carl?
I'm absolutely rocking. I have so much to talk about. The only thing I don't have is the comments. So I was excited for you to join in so I know which comment. I don't have my glasses either, so I can not even read what
you missed some important things. So first of all, Daryl Hickey was in Mira withdrawal, but he's all right now. See?
There you go. I know. I mean, you just. Yeah,
and
I mean,
and Elaine can't join us in Niagara, not this weekend, but next weekend for the two events because it is their 39th wedding anniversary and they're working.
Oh, wow. Congratulations to both of them.
Yes. So contradictory. It sounds like you guys need to crack open some Canadian wine and celebrate that anniversary. But I'm sorry we'll miss you. That's too bad. You guys are super fun, and I hope you have a fabulous anniversary. And I don't know if you saw, but Jim and presumably Tracy are having a 2011 Nebbiolo from Ridge Point right now.
Oh, Ridge Point Nebbiolo.
Oh no, they had one this last weekend. Yeah,
because I asked that maybe you didn't hear me. I asked the people to put in the comments if they opened something special over the weekend. I thought of the Batchelder that we opened, and I just wanted to know if in the previous couple of days or over the weekend, if anyone have opened something that's worth mentioning. So here you go, Nebbiolo from Ridge Point.
This wasn't a weekend wine, but Daryl apparently is having a 21 South Close Chardonnay from Clausen Chase tonight to celebrate Wine Wednesday.
There you go.
And Jared and Lisa are having Lely Chardonnay.
Whoa. There you go. Is it the wild ferment, Lisa and Jared? Probably. Yeah, I love that wine too. Lely, Stonebridge, they make some absolute bomb Chardonnay.
All right. Well, Carl Boucher, you mentioned about the two events coming up. Did you?
Yeah, sure. Well, I just mentioned the Leaning Post. I haven't talked about the Saturday event yet. So I covered the Vineland.
You know what? I have short ribs that have been in the oven for 4 hours. I think that's a little longer than they're supposed to be. And we have a child to pick up. So you, Carl Boucher.
Well, first and foremost, you need to have a sip of that red, okay? Because I opened that, I cracked it.
Tell me.
Well, that's the one we tasted on Saturday night with dinner. That's the Reserve Vineland.
Yes, it was so good.
My point is there was just a cork, just a regular cork, just the tip of the cork on the top of the bottle. And that was from Saturday. This wine is still absolutely stinging, isn't it?
Wow.
Fuck, that's good. And it's so freaking good. So I'm standing with my 93 points, a rock star wine. I just wanted you to have a little sip. I know it's hot out here. You love your big, bold red when it's hot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I talk about the Leaning Post, but I didn't mention if you can put the link in the comments because there's still tickets. We want to fill the place. So we're looking forward to have all members from the area, Niagara, Toronto, and the surrounding area to come and join us on Friday night at Leaning Post. And it's not going to be the only event of the weekend. We have an event going on Saturday, which, really thrilled. So, for the first time, we're doing a Old World versus Canada showdown. And surprise, surprise, I want to kick that off with the Burgundy. So we're doing Burgundy versus Canada, 12 wines, 6 Pinot, 6 Chardonnay, 3 BC, 3 Ontario versus Burgundy wines. And it's going to be held at Black Bank Hill on the Beamsville bench. Taylor Emerson and Jonathan, their team with Megan, are hosting the event. We featured Black Bank Hill 3 years ago when they were just started, and this year at the Wine Line, they won platinum for their Cap Franc, gold for their Pinot Noir, and now they're ready, starting to climb up the ladder on the Niagara wine scene. And I'm talking to other winemakers, other winery owners, and they say, yeah, these guys are freaking awesome. These guys are so good. And already, like, they're starting to be known among their peers on the Niagara business. So really cool new spot for our members to discover. And so how's this going to work? 1:30 welcome reception. So we're going to be hosting, we're going to say welcome to all the members with a Black Bank Hill tasting. So they're going to taste 3 full wines for Black Bank Hill on arrival. And after that, we're going to move to the cellar. And there's 30 tickets, only 30 spot at the most for that very exclusive Burgundy Canada Showdown. Now, how did I do that? I split it 6 Pinot, 6 Chardonnay. So the selection for the Chardonnays are, okay, we have Chardonnay from BC is the Mira family vineyard, the Micro Cuvée Old Man Road Vineyard, 2022 vintage. We just won gold at Wine Line. 93 plus points, Carl's Wine Club. I have that in my glass, Mira. This is you haven't tasted. You fell asleep last night while I was tasting it. On your glass, it says MC. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, okay, I got it here.
MC.
Oh, great nose.
50% new oak in there. So this is a Daryl's wine. 50% new oak.
Daryl wine.
Yeah, this is a Daryl wine. This is a Carl wine. Okay, love that wine, and I think the judge at the Wine Line really loved it too. I think they gave it an average of 93 points, but gold medal. So that's one of our Canadian wine. It will be paired with the wine from Chassagne-Montrachet, which is a king appellation for Chardonnay. So the other 2 Chardonnays are from Ontario. We have the 2020 Clausen Chase Churchside Vineyard. I talked with Keith Dyer this morning, and Keith is sending 3. He said right now his very favorite Chardonnay in the entire cellar is that wine. So he's Sunday. I asked him, which one of your Chard would you like to feature? And he said, no doubt, I want the 2020 Churchside single vineyard. So that's what we're going to present for the first Ontario Chardonnay, Prince Edward County. And I'm sure, Mira, I have it scored somehow, somewhere in our Shopify. I haven't have time to look back. And also the other wine will be paired with the Meursault. It will be Batchelder Hill of Wingfield, what Thomas called his Grand Cru wine from Niagara. So this is our 3 Canadian Chardonnay: Meyer Micro Cuvée, Clausen Chase Churchside 2020, and Batchelder Hill of Wingfield. So that's the 3 Chardonnay. So the 6 Chardonnay. And for the Pinot Noir flight, we're going to do the brand new platinum recipient from Lightning Rock, a small producer from Summerland here who just won platinum for their Cannon View Vineyard, single vineyard Pinot Noir, which I tasted with the owner and the winemaker yesterday afternoon at the winery, 4 minutes from here, from home. A beautiful crisp, but also spicy type of Pinot Noir. Really unique, very beautiful. We tasted Mira Canyon View Vineyard a while ago with a different producer, which was Giant Head. Back then, used to use the Canyon View Pinot Noir. Remember that?
It's the same vineyard source, I do believe.
Same vineyard. So
And they
after
just
the Giant
changed
Head,
ownership. Yeah.
yeah. So Lightning Rock bought the vineyard. So it's part of their vineyard holding now. So yeah, the 2022 just got platinum. We also have the 2020 De Silva Legado Pinot Noir, which you and me went to the winery yesterday and tasted it live with Richard. How freaking good that 2020 Legado is tasting right now.
So good. Oh
And
my gosh. I think that's the highest rated wine we've tasted in weeks. Uh, I mean, we taste a lot of wine, and so if you find one or two a month that are like, wow, that means it's
that's a
like the top
94 points.
1%,
I rated it 94
Yeah,
points. This is
there
the
you
very
go.
top wine we've tasted this week, Legado 2020. It's going to be on the lineup at the Burgundy Showdown. And the other wine is the Black Bank Hill Pinot Noir from the 20 Mile Bench. So we were debating with Black Bank Hill which one of their Chardonnay or their Pinot Noir. Their Pinot Noir just won gold at the wine line, so we're going to feature their 20 Mile Bench Pinot Noir. So Black Bank Hill, Lightning Rock, and De Silva Legado will be the three Pinot Noir pair with some different village in Burgundy, like a Maurice Saint-Denis, like a Mercury, and the other one is, I believe, a Pomar. I selected a Pomar to go with the De Silva Legado. So it's going to be a heck of a lineup.
Very heck of a lineup. Love
So
it.
what I want to do, though, I would like to do maybe one in each flight, one blind, which then ask the people to tell us which one, or maybe to vote, the group to vote which one is the Canadian wine, which one is the French wine. Should I do that?
I think there should be. Yeah, I think it's okay if you. Yeah, yeah.
So
I
we
think
have
you
12
were
wines.
concerned
We have
about doing it all blind because it can be a bit intimidating. But I do think some blind is fun. I think so.
and I think
And
we
by
should
the
do a
way,
vote.
we're
Maybe
making a beautiful, like, limited edition set of placemats for this tasting. The kind that you might want to like take home and keep because they're really cool. So we can definitely find a way to cover up the info on the blind flights for sure. But I think
I
it's
think
worth it
so.
to have some blind.
I think so. I think all of the 6 flights. So, yeah, one flight of the Chardonnay and one duo of the Chard, one duo of the Pinot. We should do it blind. I'll have a sheep. People will vote which one is the Canadian, which one is the French. How about that? That'll be fun.
Love it. That sounds very fun.
We haven't have a confirmation, but I'm looking for a guest. We're gonna have a guest who's gonna come and join us to co-MC the tasting. So it's gonna be a fun one too as well.
Will be. Absolutely.
There you go. So that's for the 23rd, the Burgundy versus Canada Showdown at Black.
And this is where, like, I come in very handy, you guys, especially those of you who are going to Burgundy with us, because I've literally only tasted Canadian wines in my life. I've maybe had 2 from Burgundy, 3 maybe. Daryl's asking, what Novos ne Romanée? Tabarnak. Well, okay, so this is where I come in handy because I know none of the Burgundian regions. Carl's on the phone earlier today debating, which wine should be paired with which region in Burgundy and rattling off, village names and chateau names and this as if it's like, oh yeah, but that style is a little bit more like this and this one's a bit darker, kind of like this one and this one. I have no freaking clue, you guys, about Burgundy. I know nothing, so I will come in very handy. I'm going to ask all the questions.
There
And
you
Carl
go.
will have to explain in detail, showing us what he truly knows. He cannot hide, because I will ask.
Hey, I usually never hide. I love questions. I love bringing
He's
some.
really good. But so speaking of, so Vosne Romane, all I know is that what? That's a region? What is that?
It's a village of Vosne
Village.
Romanée. So in the AOC, l'appellation d'origine contrôlée in Burgundy, village name, and you have the village are breaking down on Premier Cru and Grand Cru, and now you have the vineyard appellation. So after that.
Hmm. Well, so
And
we're
why
not
did you
having
just say
Vosne
Vosne Romanée? Did you just like found out that Vosne
Romane?
Romanée?
Because you couldn't see the comment. So Daryl's saying what? No Vosne Romane tabarnak.
No, tabarnak, maybe not on that tasting. I'm keeping my budget there all for for the trip because we're gonna take you, our traveler, in the village of Vosne Romanée for a full day where we're gonna go taste some of the most expensive Pinot Noir. That's called the Pinot Noir Day on day 6 or day 5. I think it's day 6 of our Burgundy. We're day 3. We're going to do the Chardonnay Day in the village of Meursault, where we're going to visit 2 wineries and we're going to have a lunch. Coming back to the chateau and have a full Chardonnay dinner with our private chef. The Pinot Noir Day will be in Vosne Romanée, which is the most famous village for Pinot Noir in the world, where some of the most expensive piece of land are located, aka DRC. So that's where we're going to go hang around during that day, and we're going to have a Pinot Noir dinner back at the chateau after our visit during the day. So that's our Burgundy highlight. We just have our brand new landing page. We have our itinerary a little bit more defined day by day. We also have, I think we said there's going to be on day 5, the ladies' night and the boys' night after we're doing cheese and barrel making activities during the day. So yeah, the itinerary is much more defined now. Mira and I are planning our site visit at the moment, who we're going to start. Like, we have conversation with different producers. We have conversation with chateaus and all that. So we are putting our building blocks together, starting to have more of confirmation more than exploratory conversation. So it is so freaking fun and exciting. And yeah, I mean, big news is going to be sent. It's official. It's going to be sent via email to everyone tomorrow, I believe. But Richard De Silva, or the next day, but Richard De Silva is coming. So Richard and Twyla De Silva are joining us on the trip in Burgundy, traveling with us. I mean, that was the whole vision. It's at least to have 1, maybe 2 winemakers joining us. So it brings a different aspect to the visit we're doing. I know that producers like talking wine with wine lovers, but when there's other winemakers in the room, there's a different dynamic. So yeah, so we're going to experience that because Richard is going to bring some of his legados, some of his wine as well. We're going to taste the French producers. So there's one of our Canadian iconic producer confirmed is joining us. He's going to be part of the crew going to Burgundy.
I love it. I love it. Oh, Daryl just sent me a 1,000-piece cheese puzzle that he got Sandy for Christmas. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. Last Christmas, I hope, Daryl. Not that I ruined the present coming up. No. Yeah, that looks awesome. It's an actual. So maybe we need some puzzles like for the train ride. The train ride between Paris and where
You
we're
know what?
staying.
I have the best puzzle. It's the map of Burgundy. It's a puzzle on its own. to learn all of the little sub appellation, the little sub village on the
Right.
which one has the most premier cru, where's the grand cru, and all that. So if I suggest people to focus on the puzzle, get the map of Burgundy. Maybe that's what we should
Well,
send
this
on.
is the map of Burgundy, this puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle. It's the map of Burgundy, but it also maps out where all the cheeses come from.
There you go. You know what? I just think about that. I will find the best Burgundy map, and I think I'm going to add that as a bonus when people sign up. I'm going to send them the map of Burgundy,
That's a good
the
idea.
wine
That's
map
a
of
good idea.
Burgundy. Yeah, yep.
So
Yeah,
you
I
can
think,
kind of meditate on it every day and
yeah,
memorize it. Yeah, I
exactly.
like that.
Right.
Like that.
Exactly. So, yeah, Carl's Wine Club first international trip happening June 4th to June 11th in Burgundy, meeting in Paris on the 4th, one night with a welcome reception in La Ville Lumière. So
Ooh,
that's going to be a fun night.
yeah.
And we're going to head down to Burgundy on day 2 for our first dinner at the Chateau. A highlight Burgundy dinner with a special guest who's going to explain the general history of Burgundy and how the INAO, l'Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée Association, works and all of that. So with some French official, let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Yeah, Daryl, Wine Folly has a good map. You're right. We'll have to
Yeah,
just
no,
drive
that's
there.
exactly what I'm looking at, Daryl. I'm going to buy the Burgundy one. Madeleine Pouquet is my absolute favorite. And this is the most comprehensive thing, not overcomplicated, not too pretentious. So, yeah, that's what's going to go. And I will send all of our traveler the map of Burgundy via PDF file or something like that in the next few days, I guess.
I love it. I love it. It's getting real. It's
Oh, yeah.
going to be much more real, you guys, when we're in Burgundy in 2 months, mid-October. And
Mid-October.
we'll report live from there, various things. It is going to be epic. Well, we got to run. There's short rib in the oven. Did you turn off the mashed potatoes, girl?
Mm-hmm.
That's good news.
Yeah, I took them off the stove before the show, so
Fabulous.
I just thought that was the right thing to do.
Short rib in which I placed a full bottle of red wine, and they've been short rib simmering for 4 hours. So yeah, we gotta go.
I haven't had time to talk about my visit at Lightning Rock, but they gave me.
I thought the Lightning Rock Syrah they gave us was open. Do we have that open?
It's right here in front of me. I haven't opened it yet.
Ah, so maybe we open that for our next live then.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
We want to do a varietal tasting marathon. So September 27th is a Saturday. That day we finally confirmed is available for Maverick. So I know Jim and Tracy were thinking of doing a visit out here. If you haven't booked your dates yet, that's the day they have available for us is September 27th. It's a Saturday to do the Winery of the Year party at Maverick in Oliver. And we were thinking maybe the next day, since we know some members are going to come in from out of town for that, we could do a varietal tasting marathon. And anyone who's here from out of town can have a backstage pass. And you know what those are like. So we have to pick a varietal for that. Cab Franc, maybe Syrah, maybe rare reds.
Or Pinot Noir.
Something fun. Pinot Noir. We're doing a lot with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay lately, but hey, maybe that's the time of year. We neglected Pinot Noir the last few years, so for the varietal marathon. So
yeah. We'll see. Maybe we should throw a poll in the VIP group and see what people think.
We did the one from last time that we did a few months ago. We have
that was much like we used it for the red blend. That's what we used to do the red blend during Christmas time.
We did another one. One a few months ago.
I'm not gonna argue with you. You're always right anyway. So
there you go.
There you go. So Man, that Vineland Reserve Cabernet, good. Oh my God. Like, huh. Whew, I love it. I love it. Okay.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, you guys have a great night. We will chat soon.
Okay, the wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, and see you next time.